Hey guys, how you doing? We're back for another beer review. Got a bit of a special one here, and a special one from my region of the world. So, kind of interesting. This is the limited edition 2014, and I assume because they put 2014 on there, they're probably going to do this again at some point. Pump House's Stonefire Ale. There you go. This is bottle 3,367 out of 4,000 bottles. So it's a limited edition thing. Batch number 1, it says. 6.5% alcohol by volume. Brewing handcrafted beer since the last century. I love that. Breweries can actually say that the last century was only 15 years ago, but you know, whatever. That's cool. Pump House Stonefire Ale. So, and Pump House, of course, have been around since 1999. They have the swing top on this, make it look a little bit more special. And it says, centuries ago, to make beer, brewers had to immerse red-hot rocks at 700 degrees Celsius into the wort, as they couldn't heat up wooden vats directly with open fire. Which is true. The intense heat led to an almost instant caramelization of the sugars, which gave the beers a very distinguishable taste. This limited edition Stonefire Ale carefully recreates this unique process, delivering a historic taste experience. So, cool thing about... So, one of the reasons this is limited is it's a fairly expensive process to do, and so, like I said, they only made 4,000 bottles, and we got some in the SLC, so that's pretty cool. I generally like Pump House quite a bit. There was it was Stone Fired or something like that from the original Maritime Brewing Corporation or whatever. You've probably, if you followed my channel, you've probably heard of me speak of them before. They were sort of like the first breakthrough craft brewery here in Nova Scotia, sort of the one that allowed other craft breweries to get noticed. They didn't last very long, but they did have a Stonefire Ale. They claimed they used the same process of, you know, putting hot rocks down into the actual wort. I don't know if they actually did that or not. I mean, they said they did. I assume they weren't lying. But so this will be interesting to try this and see what I think of it. So we're gonna open it up here. Whew. A little bit of reaction there. Come on now. Jesus, oh, for fuck's sakes, come on now. It's ridiculous. The little label they had over the cap. It's like a piece of tape, essentially. That kind of sucked. No, they have a piece of tape over the label. That's fucking stupid. That's about as bad as breweries that over wax their bottles with their specialties. You know, they have the wax seal or whatever. This is just a fucking mess. Note to Pump House, don't do this. If you do this next year, don't put that little fucking strip on there. It's just fucking annoying. Alright. I shouldn't have to do that much work to get into a fucking swing top bottle. Grolsch does not put fucking strips over their fucking bottle. And they're doing pretty good, so... Little word to the wise. Alright. Wow, she's pretty deep amber, approaching red. In fact, you could basically say that's a red. Doesn't look like it on this camera, very much lighter on the camera, but just looking at it here in person with the light through it, getting a lot of red highlights. Very pretty beer. Looks a bit hazy, so I don't think it's filtered. We'll go right to the aroma. Getting strictly caramel malt. Caramel malty character to it. A little bit bready. Not a lot else. It's weird because where they make a big deal about like Stonefire and all that shit. Modern craft drinkers, I think maybe there's a tendency where they think in their mind, okay, it's going to be smoky or roasty or something along those lines because they just sort of associate like putting hot stones to cook the malt and stuff like that. They might associate with that with roasting. Not really what it's about. Okay, so it smells alright. Has a little bit of a diactyl butterness to it as well in the smell, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes that works in a beer perfectly well, so I'm not trying to shit on the beer or anything. I'm just quickly out, so just letting you know. So we'll go right to the taste. Cheers, guys. Light medium body. Nice maltiness to it. Not exciting, just sort of a bready caramel malt, just like you got from the aroma. Sort of basically carries right over to the taste. I'm getting some sort of slightly grassy, slightly earthy hop taste to this, I believe. A little bit of bitterness in the end. It tastes alright, okay? But here's the thing about this. If you buy this, you're buying a 750 milliliter bottle. That's cool. I expect to pay a little bit more for that, okay? No matter what the quality of the beer is, you're buying a beer that size, you're going to pay a little bit more. Fine. This beer is not worth the price. It isn't. It's an okay beer. It's something a little bit better than what you might drink from Big Rock out in Alberta. But it's sort of within the sort of same taste spectrum, which is basically mid-level, substandard craft brew kind of thing, right? Excuse me. I paid about $15 for this. Way too expensive. Ridiculous fucking price. Listen, I realize the Stonefire process and shit costs more money for them to do. All that nice stuff, all those excuses. But this beer is not... I mean, the final product is not exceptional at all. There's nothing exceptional about it. It just tastes like your any other sort of standard craft/crafty mid-level caramel malt beer kind of thing. It really does. There's nothing exciting or interesting about it. They should have thought a bit more about what they were doing with this beer before they fucking did the Stonefire process, is what I'm saying. There needs to be more in this beer to charge the price you're charging for this fucking 750. I can buy 750s of other beer for $3, $4, sometimes $5, even more, even lesser than that. Unibrew, Blanche de Chamblay. I can buy that for around $6. Far more flavorful, interesting beer than this beer. And then it's the same goddamn size bottle. I can buy fucking Chimay Blue. It's about $11 now. It's gone up a little in price. Same size fucking bottle. That beer I can age. That beer I can drink straight, and it's far more complex and interesting than this beer. And the price is reasonable. The price for this is fucking unreasonable. It really is. I don't know what Pump House was thinking doing this. There's nothing special about this. Pump House tried to make it seem like it's special. I was interested when I saw the stories about it and all that shit, but it's not. It's not special at all. This is this suckers people who are not used to craft beer into paying way too much money for substandard craft beer. Is what it is. And because of that, I'm going to give a lower score than what I usually give just based on quality of the beer. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. I was thinking of giving it about a 3.5, 3.75 because the beer was okay, but I'm knocking it down basically a point and a half or whatever, point and a quarter, because dishonest, really dishonest. There's nothing special about this beer. If the people in Pumphouse making this beer thinks there's something special about this beer, they are sadly fucking deluded, because there's nothing special about this beer. And no one should buy this and pay the price for this. If you have all the extra money in the world and you can just fucking spend, then that's what that 2.5 designates. Bear pass. Go ahead, buy it because you have the extra money to buy it. But anyone who's looking for interesting beers, who are on a budget, don't fucking buy it. Buy Chimay Blue. Buy fucking Blanche de Chamblay. Buy something interesting with flavor. Pass this the fuck up. It doesn't matter that it's only 4,000 fucking bottles in this batch or anything like that. Just because it's super rare does not make it good, and this is not good for the price. Okay, guys, we'll see you later.